I always get so thirsty recording these videos. Hi everyone, Melissa again, and this is going to be a 6-month Microloc update as well as a small Q&A. I'm going to start with Q&A first, just to kind of get things out of the way. And yeah, they're no particular order, and these are basically questions I get asked on social media or, in person. But I don't have a list written down, but I'm going to be remembering the most common questions. First question is, are those braids? What's going on with your hair? Why does it look like that? Yeah, these are Microlocs, and I guess in a way they're kind of a reverse braid since you're braiding from the end of the hair to the root. So I guess before it actually matures, it does look like a braid, but they're not braids. Although you could start with braids, those are called braid locks, or you could start with like mini twists and do your Microlocs like that. I chose to use the interlocking method, which is kind of why it has a pseudo braid kind of texture to it. Next question, why did you do that with your good hair? First off, I don't really like the phrase good hair, because any hair that wants to stay on your head and isn't growing in places you don't want it to be, I think is good hair. In fact, even the hair that's growing in places you don't like, if it's long and strong and healthy, that's good hair. Okay, I guess part 2 to that question is, why did I do this to my hair? I got tired of combing. And I love locks because I've always wanted them. Please see my video in the link somewhere on the screen and in the description box of how I started my first set of locks and why I wanted them. How many locks do you have? I started out originally with about 300 locks. I split a couple of them up in the front because I noticed that around my temple area looked a little bit scanty, and some of the larger locks were in the front anyway. So I split those off to get smaller locks, kind of like these ones, my baby locks. And since then I've had to combine 4 of them, so at present I have 304 Microlocs. Yes. I didn't realize how many were going to be in here after I split them. I think I had 176 traditional locks, and I split a whole lot of those into 2 or 3. So out of 176, I got to 304. That's a lot, people. Do you ever plan to cut these off? I don't really plan to anytime soon. I know I've combed out the first set, and a lot of people have asked me if I'll comb these out too, but after attempting to comb one of these out, I do not think I will have the patience to comb these out. If anything, I think I will just grow these out for a good long while, trim off the ends, and then maybe attempt to pick out what's left if it's not too matted together. I don't know, but I don't really intend to cut it all off. I do intend to give myself a trim once things get a little bit more mature and a little bit longer, so that things could be a little bit more even. Because I know after I did all that cutting to get those traditional locks out, my hair was not exactly even, and I didn't have the patience to wait to take everything out and then do a trim. So that was a thing. How long does it typically take you to re-twist or retighten your Microlocs? When I'm at home, it takes me anywhere between 4 and 7 hours just pushing through and like watching YouTube videos and movies and stuff like that, just keeping myself entertained. So that's that. Do you ever think about coloring your hair? I do, especially after I've put that semi-permanent red in my hair. I am kind of itching to put a color in it. I have no idea what color it's going to be. I've been pondering if it's going to be like a purple and pink or something like that, but I know I want it to be like a brighter, more vibrant color than what I initially had done the first time. So I'm probably going to have to bleach my hair, and I know that's a bad idea at this point because my hair isn't fully matured yet, and the bleach could change the texture of your locks, and it's a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm not going to fool with it right now, but in the future, it's a definite maybe. I know what I said. Another question I got asked a while back was when I was starting my locks, and people were asking me, well, so how are you going to comb it? How are you going to brush it? Or my favorite, I think my favorite question that anyone's ever asked me since I started locks, like traditional or Microlocs, is when people turn to me looking through their bag for like their hair supplies, and they ask me if they can borrow a comb or a brush from me. You want to borrow a comb from me? I'll leave that right there. Green Slate, you hear that? They want to borrow a comb. She doesn't care. That's fine. Do I wash my hair? Yes. I need to wash my hair. I need to wash my hair like I need to take a shower every day. I need to wash my hair. My scalp hates me if I do not wash my hair. My body will hate me if I do not wash my hair, because if I don't wash my hair, my back and shoulders break out. That's not a cute look for someone who likes to wear sleeveless tops all the time. Come on. So yeah, those are all of the questions I am typically asked about my hair on a semi-regular basis since I have started locks. So that is going on, yes. So aside from all of that, let us get into the very brief 6-month update, because it's been half a year! Oh my gosh! I can't believe it. Just look at these. Just look at how soft it is. Just look at it. It can shake. It can shake, y'all. I can shake. Just look. Oh gosh. Probably gonna put some slow-mo music in here, just being like, yes. Anyway, so now that I'm done feeling myself for the moment, yes. So yeah, I started my locks on, well, my official install completion date, I think, was February 4th, 2017. I finished very, very late in the evening, and I was so excited. Oh my gosh, my arms were so tired. And it's been 6 months since the installation of that set of locks. I mostly loving the journey, I'm not gonna lie. Some things have been kind of touch and go, where I've been kind of uneasy about, and here are a couple of them. Things I love about my Microlocs. I like the fact that I am more easily able to put my hair into a bun or a ponytail than when I had my traditional locks. And the fact that I don't have to comb it. I love the fact that it's like a lot softer and more versatile than my traditional locks. Granted, you could get some bomb styles with some traditional locks, but I like the fact that I feel like I'm able to maneuver my hair a lot easier now, since the Microlocs are a lot thinner. They're more malleable. So I like that. I like the fact that, you know, my hair is so soft and fluffy. I kind of miss that from like my starter lock period of my traditional locks. And some of the things that I don't really like, I don't like the fact that some of them still look kind of straggly, like some of the ones in the front. Let me see if I could get one for you. Like this guy is just very, very thin, and there's a lot of slippage. I don't like the fact that my Microlocs have a lot of slippage. I know when I was a loose natural, tangling was like nothing for my hair, and for some reason, since I have started Microlocs, or locking in general, my hair has decided to be super silky smooth and wants to like spread its love all over the place, and the fact that it's shedding, my ends keep shedding, and it upsets me. It upsets me that there's this much shedding. My traditional locks did not shed this much, and I have no idea why that is. Like, it's so annoying. A couple of things that have gone wrong since I've started my Microlocs. I have accidentally interlocked the roots of some of my Microlocs together. Some of them I was able to like uninterlock like the last step and kind of separate everything, but some of them I legit had to pop apart. Like I know that weakens the root of my locks, and since those couple of instances, I've been a whole lot more careful when it comes to like interlocking and like separating the hairs from the different locks from the one I'm working with, so that that doesn't happen nearly as often, and that never used to be a concern of mine when I had traditional locks. Okay, another thing I don't really like about my Microlocs is the fact that a couple of people have felt it was cool to just kind of reach out and touch them, which I never really used to do with my traditional locks, and I think it was because with the traditional locks they were certain that this is what they are. They knew that they were locks, and they knew what they would feel like, because, you know, you're looking at hair. But when it comes to these Microlocs, people seem to be a lot more drawn to touching it to try and figure out what it is. And that bugs me to no end. I am not an animal at a petting zoo. Ask to touch, but do not touch without asking. Or don't touch it and then ask me as you're touching it if you could touch it. That's rude. So yeah, aside from that, from the beginning of this new lock journey, actually from the beginning of my first lock journey, I had a very simple, very set amount of products that I used. When I first started my traditional locks, I used basic Suave shampoo and conditioner. I tend to match the scents so that it's not all over the place. I used to rub my scalp down with olive oil and then kind of blow dry my hair dry. Or otherwise I would twist it up in some kind of style or put it up in a ponytail and let my hair dry that way throughout the day. I haven't been as good recently with drying my hair before I go to bed, which kind of led to a bit of an odd smell. It wasn't terrible, but it kind of was borderline wet towel with a hint of strawberries, which was very strange, and I had mixed feelings about it. So I've gone back to blow drying my hair before I go to bed if I wash my hair very late in the evening, which I seem to be doing a whole lot more lately, which is why I bought my blow dryer. But I'm so stubborn about using my blow dryer. Just remind me in the comments to use my blow dryer. Please, y'all, pray for me. I used to use the Toilet Waji Lock It Up like retwist cream, but I don't use that anymore. I used to use the Design Essentials conditioner and shampoo, but I think my scalp was kind of irritated from using that, so I had to stop. I used to use coconut oil on my scalp, but that used to cause my seborrheic dermatitis to get more exacerbated or flare it up. So I stopped using coconut oil, and I've gone back to the very bare minimum basics of Suave shampoo, Suave conditioner, olive oil to seal everything in, blow dry it dry. That's my whole wash routine right there, people. And every 4 weeks I retwist, or every 4 weeks I retwist my entire head, but every time I wash I have to retighten the little bitties in the front because they try to slip free and all that stuff. So that keeps everything looking together and cohesive, so I can look, you know, somewhat presentable and stuff. I had my hair up in a style earlier, but it was, I don't like keeping my hair in styles overnight, I really don't. So it was looking all cute with an updo kind of thing, and I didn't take any pictures because I'm terrible, but yeah, that was going on, and I'm hoping to do a tutorial for that particular hairstyle for my next video. Give this video a thumbs up if you like that idea, or leave it in the comments if you'd like to see some kind of hairstyle tutorial. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of people who have done this particular style, but if you want to see me attempt to do a lock hairstyle tutorial just for some lulz or something like that, leave that in the comments below. So the frogs are deciding to get in on my video, so I'm going to end here before they get any louder, because sometimes they come up on my windows and cry and scream in the middle of the night. It's fun, right? It's fun. It's fun! It's fun. Anyway, so yes, to all my subscribers, thank you for joining me again for my video, and for the new people who are here, thanks for joining me and for making it to the end of this video. You should be given one of these. I tend to do a lot more lock videos and, you know, other stuff. I'm starting to get into sewing tutorials and a couple of TMI vlogs. If you're into any of those, I will be leaving links to playlists down below if you're interested, and I will see you in the next time. Okay, bye!